Today we're looking at the most powerful commons in white for Magic the Gathering. I feel like this show is a little bit of an oxymoron. What? Like, white barely has any powerful cards. How powerful can they be at the common level? Let's start off with Squadron Hawk. A pretty loose interpretation of powerful. White 1 generic for a 1/1 bird. Flying. When Squadron Hawk enters the battlefield, you may search your library for up to 3 cards named Squadron Hawk, reveal them, and put them into your hand, and shuffle your library. It's almost like slow, lingering souls in some sort of way. Also, it can put extra cards in your hand to put them back into your library when you, I don't know, brainstorm or something. What else can you? You can use it to discard. You can, yeah, you can play them as creatures and attack. It does. They do them all. We got Squadron Hawk here. All right. So any card that is legal in Pauper is allowed to be on this show. Savannah Lions. I have a feeling we're going to be looking at some pretty pathetic cards on today's show. We got Savannah Lions. Get this. Creature cat. Can go in cat typal decks. It can be played for 1 mana. That's pretty cheap, right? And get this. It's a 2/1 creature and a cat attack for 2. That is a 10-turn clock. You bet. Yep. Yeah, you better start the defense. You never know when you're going to die to a Savannah Lions. And does any other text? Well, it's got some flavor text over here. One alone is fearsome. One among many is unstoppable. Disenchant by Toads. It's so, you know what? It's so simple, but it's so effective. It's a white 1 generic instant. It's almost like it's almost like an abrupt decay in a sense that it destroys 2 card types for 2 mana. You can hit artifacts or you can hit enchantments. And you know how many artifacts and enchantments? You can hit people's Paradox Engine and their Soul Ring, Mana Crypt. And in terms of their enchantments, get rid of their thing. The opposition. I can't think of an enchantment off the top of my head that is so. Rhystic Study. There you go. Destroy their Rhystic Study. No one likes Rhystic Study. We called it the Disco Chant. I don't see a whole lot of disco happening over here. I see some sort of gun or something. Do you see this? There is a gun. It is being blasted. What is this? Quake or something? Quake meets Magic the Gathering. Ethereal Armor. Okay. You can hit the Ethereal Armor. Can you hit all that glitters? That's right. Okay, we got Akaya with Legion Conquistador. Okay, we got a white 2 generic 2/2 Vampire Soldier. When enters the battlefield, you may search your library for any number of cards named Legion Conquistador. Reveal them, put them in your hand, then shuffle your library. It is basically clunky Squadron Hawk. Also not very agile on their feet. Also a vampire. Very well-clothed vampire. Okay, King Ginger actually with a powerful card, Ephemerate. This might be the most broken card we have on the list. It's legitimately good. It's a white instant, exile target creature you control, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control. So it blinks stuff, which means if you have some ETB, it wouldn't be very useful for the Legion Conquistador, because once you get all the Legion Conquistadors, well, there's no more to get. But if it has some other ETB attached to it, you can double the triggers, because you ephemerate, bring the creature back, and guess what? It's got rebound. If you cast a spell from your hand, exile it as it resolves. At the beginning of your next upkeep, you may cast the card from exile without paying its mana cost. You get to triple the ETBs. Great stuff from Ephemerate. Yeah, danger. It's still a danger, in my opinion. Okay, we got Henrik. Henrik, what do you got for us? Thraben Inspector. Man, we have a really watered down sense of what's powerful here. What, 1 mana, 1/2 creature? But it enters the battlefield, it gets to investigate. That investigation is a clue token. You can pay 2 mana and sack it to draw a card. So it's basically 3 mana, 1/2 creature, draw a card. Yeah, that's power for that's white. That's the power that the white commons have in the color pie. That's for sure. Cranial Plating is artifact. Not white at all. Okay, we got Zach with the Odric Lunarch Marshall. Thanks so much for the super chat, Zach. Is this even in a common? This sounds like a rare. This is a rare. Disqualified. I'll give your super chat to Toilet Duck with Astral Steel. I believe Swords to Plowshares is an uncommon. I can go take a look afterwards, but I'm pretty sure that's uncommon territory. Okay, we got a white 2 generic Astral Steel. Instant. Target creature gets +1/+2 until end of turn. It's got Storm! So it's got that going for it. I have no idea how you're going to, like, enable this in white. How do they chain spells over and over again? Yes, I will play all my Squadron Hawks at once and then play the Astral Steel to kill you. How do I get 20 spells off? Whatever, it's a bit of a storm spell. Oblivion Ring. Oops. Oblivion Ring! Better than onion rings! Or what's your opinion? What's better, the Oblivion Ring or Onion Ring? You let me know in the comment section below. White 2 generic enchantment enters the battlefield. Exile another target non-land permanent. And when it leaves the battle, return the exiled card to the battlefield under its owner's hand. It's got all sorts of utility. It can exile anything from your opponent, or you could save something of yours for later. If you're creative enough, then sack your Oblivion Ring and all of a sudden it's back all over again. Bean Pots with All That Glitters. This is not bad. You know, this card's not bad. All right, we got white 1 generic. It's an aura. Most auras suck, by the way, but this one, we can live with it. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. Now, it's hard to get a lot of enchantments on the battlefield. That's what Ethereal Armor is like. A little bit on the iffy side. All That Glitters is way better, because any artifacts on the battlefield, they all cost 0 mana. You can get this All That Glitters, give your creature +10/+10, no problem. We got a little bit of an answer. Blacklands Geo says, onion rings. At least it's edible for my favorite snack. Yeah, delicious. Next super chat, we got Wesley Gee. Pick a Soul Sister, Soul Warden. The best offense is a great defense. Said maybe somebody. Probably not. Okay, white 1/1 human cleric. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Now, by itself, it's trash. But you have life gain synergy with something like Solid. I think it's Solid Pride Mage. There are creatures that when you gain life, they trigger some ability. Either they get more power, they get larger, you put counters on them, and Soul Warden is the card that will help get it done. Soul Warden. Not super powerful by herself, but she has synergy, people. Synergy! Just think of all the synergy you can get out of a Soul Warden. Swords has over 30 printings, all of which are uncommon. You'd think it'd been common at least once. Too broken. They're thinking about the Pauper format, people. Imagine Swords to Plowshares at common in Pauper. Probably turn the whole thing on its head. Manatide by Jacob. The most powerful thing that Manatide does is get you so frustrated that you didn't play around it. So white instant counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. Nobody plays around the Manatide until you've seen it. Then they'll play around it for the rest of the match. But before they've seen it, they never play around it. I've gotten got by Manatide so many times. That's the card that gets people. Just like it that got that little guy over here, you know? How did it even get on the top? The Manatide. What does this even have to do with mana? It has to do with money. Sapphire SMG, hope you're having a great time. I think Felidar Sovereign is pretty powerful. I also think that is a rare. Comments, people. We need comments. Alright, let's go to the next super chat. Blue Bomber, Soul Warden, or her sister? Okay, hold on. What is her sister? I can't remember. She has a sister. Let's name a sister. You both picked a Soul Warden. You both picked Soul Warden. I can't remember. There's many sisters. Soul Warden, Soul's Attendant? That's right. Soul's Attendant. The sisters. That's why they call it Soul Sisters, people. It's a white 1/1 human cleric. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you may gain 1 life. And that's a good price. You just enter that's like Thrag Tusk. in very small pieces. Thanks everyone who helped me with the Souls Attendant. Okay, a Blackbird. I knock Bondkin. Quite bonding here. We got white 1, generic 2, 1, dog soldier. Dog? That face is the face of a dog? It's very bizarre. Okay, each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has first strike. And it has Outlast, a white 1 generic. You can pay a white 1 generic tap, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Outlast only as a sorcery. That sucks. How is this even remotely powerful? Okay, I'll honestly take almost any suggestion on this show because we've probably ran out of all the best white commons that are any good in this game, so they're gonna run out super quick. Boulder with Holy Day. Isn't that literally fog? White, instant. Prevent all combat damage that be prevented this turn. I block your attack. Haha! What are you gonna do next turn? Probably attack again. It's just how it is around here. Is there a green one? Oh yeah, there's a green one too. But it's not a green show. This show is for the white cards. Okay, Avatar Woe. The Suture Priest. We got white 1 generic 1/1 Phyrexian Cleric. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may gain a life. You can choose not to. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you may have that player lose 1 life. Oh, that's wild. Great card. So you play creatures, life is great. Your opponents play creatures, life sucks. Welcome to Magic the Gathering. Welcome to the Suture Priest. Wesley Gee, what do you got for us now? Spirited Companion. Isn't that the dog? I want one. I need one. What do you mean in real life? We have a 1 and a white Spirited Companion. It's a dog. 1/1 creature. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Not bad, actually. The Silver Gill Adept of dogs. Is this like a dog? Actually, it's not. It's not. I thought it was like a Shiba Inu, but this tail looks so big and fluffy. I can't remember how big their tails are. I don't think it's that big. Although it looks very similar, in my opinion. Did someone name... I thought I saw... what's it called? Prismatic Ending. But I don't think that's a common. Hastat, Destroy Evil. Begone, evil spirits! White 1 generic, instant. Destroy target creature with with toughness 4 or greater. Or destroy target enchantment. That is a weird disenchant. So it's like disenchant, but instead of artifacts, it's big creatures. Actually, great card. Looks like a very good sideboard card. Score Spirit Dancer is a rare. That'd be wild if they printed that in common. That'd be just wild. Toriat with Sacred Cat. Pretty good, actually. I thought this was a pretty neat card when they spoiled it. It's a 1 mana 1/1 with lifelink, but it's got Embalm, so you can exile it from your graveyard. You get a token with it. So you get a 2-for-1 deal. It dies, it comes back. I think Sacred Cat is amazing. Also, it looks like my cat. Chubby Meatball, you around here? Okay, she's not around. I can't prove it. Just have to take my word for it. My cat's name is Chubby Meatball. Canty with Hat Trick. White 1 generic, instant, target blocking or blocked creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains first strike until end of turn. If it has a hat, this card is not legal. If it has a hat, it gains double strike until end of turn. If you and that creature each have a hat, the creature gains triple strike until end of turn. Anyway. Well, whatever. Thank you for your suggestion. I was hoping for some real serious cards around here. Okay, we got Silver Gun Games with Erase for the EDH players out there. Which there are many. How often does this see play, though? I just don't know all the enchantments that are... You know what? Like, enchantments, artifacts, any global effect is, like, pretty good in Commander, so Erase is definitely going to have a lot of play. Instant exile target enchantment. It's gone. It's erased from history. Doesn't even go to the graveyard. You exile it. Mitch... Okay, hold on. Ori is like Core Spirit Dancer. Rare! Michelon, leave no trace. Okay, we got a white one generic instant. Radiance, destroy target enchantment. And each other enchantment that shares a color with it. Holy crap! Oh, hold on, does that include your stuff as well? Destroy target enchantment and each other enchantment. Oh yeah, it will hit your stuff as well. So if you try to hit a white enchantment, it blows up all the white cards, so make sure you hit all the red ones. But on the other hand, if you don't play any of that color, it just wipes it all away. I had no idea this card exists. It's actually quite good. Oh, it's bonkers. Just a little awkward if you have to destroy something. Okay, just don't play with enchantments. That's all. And you leave no trace of it at all. Great card. It's got my seal of approval. King Gingers with from dust to dust, not return to dust. Dust to dust. That is weird. Too many cards with the word dust in the name. It is pauper legal. All right, we got a white, one generic sorcery. Exile 2 target artifacts. That's right. It's the 2-for-1 deal. What? But they only have one artifact in the picture. That is a flavor fail. But the card is amazing. I mean, that's powerful. 2-for-1s in pauper. That's amazing. And 2-for-1s in commander is also amazing. I'll take away Billy's Soul Ring and Susan's Soul Ring all in one go. I'm not being unfair. I'm being very fair. Everyone's Soul Ring goes to the bin. And actually, sorry, it goes to exile. To the middle of nowhere you go. Okay, we got Bulky with Order of Leetbur. The hell is this? Order of Leetbur. It was amazing back in the day. Well, how about now? Okay, black for a 2-1. Protection from black. To stop, the Juzam Dijin, I guess. Okay, white. Order of Leetbur gets +1/+0 until end of turn. That is some expensive fire breathing. But for a white, Order of Leetbur gains first strike until end of turn. You know what? Even by today's standards, this is not terrible. I've seen worse. 2 mana in the mono black metagame. This thing's gonna come back. Joshua with Ballynock Trapper. You're gonna get trapped. It's a Kithkin. It's a 4-mana 2/2 Kithkin. You tap target creature. That's a pretty good limited ability. Whenever you play a white spell, you may untap the Ballynock Trapper. You're gonna get really it's trapped. You activated my trap card. So I guess you could tap something, play something at instant speed, untap it, retap something. The possibilities are endless with white. See, other cards ping, destroy, bounce. Ballynock Trapper gonna tap you. You beware, you're gonna get tapped. Okay, the Jaded with Tireless Tribe? They are tired. That's right. They've been going through the desert for a billion years. Okay, white 1/1. It's a Nomad. Discard a card from your hand. He gets +0/+4 until end of turn. Honestly, this is the most powerful card show, not the crappiest card show. That is underwhelming as hell. Apostle's Blessing's not bad from Will. I can get behind that one. Go, we gotta make some weak effort to show off the good cards that are in white here. We got, okay, for a Phyrexian and 1. Target artifact or creature you control gains protection from artifacts and or from the color of your choice until end of turn. Usually helps if you protect a creature combo deck. It's not bad. It's like, it's not great, but it's okay in Affinity. It's not great, but it's okay in... Well, I've ran out of ideas. But anyway, Hammer Time can be played. Maybe even in... Well, not Bogles, because you can't target it in the first place. It's got a cool art. It's got Star Wars vibes for me. I don't know. It looks like a Sith Lord of some sort. Next super chat, we've got Steve Cooper. Alpine Watchdog. A cute dog? You gotta look at... Aren't raccoons dogs? We, like, learned that in another show. Or the raccoon dog is a dog. Looking out for a fellow dogs. White 1 generic for a 2/2. Very cute puppy. Vigilance. Attacking does not cause this creature to tap. Not particularly powerful, though. But I thank you very much for the super chat. The 2/2 with Vigilance. I don't know. Maybe this is pretty good for a common. Maybe it is. Okay, Toilet Duck has some play with Apostle's Blessing. Use Apostle's Blessing to make your creature/artifact survive your own board wipe. You mean like an artifact sweeping spell? It doesn't protect... If you go pro-white, it still dies to Supreme Verdict. Like, it doesn't protect from destruction spells. It does protect from burn spells, though. So if you had, like, Anger the Gods or Blasphemous Act or something, if you give pro-red, then yeah, it would work. John with Circle of Protect. That is a really good suggestion. The one thing you need protection from in the multiverse is Circle of Protection red. Forget blue, black, white, or green. For an enchantment, pay 1. The next time a red source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. When this card hits the battlefield, the red players, they go into a frenzy. They think they're doomed. They have enchantment hate in their sideboard specifically for this card. Like, all their spells are like these. It's like the slowest, weirdest combo deck of all time. Bolt you. Bolt you. But then you pay 1 to just completely new to the whole thing. They're doomed. They ain't beating this card. It's not happening. Blue Bomber with Imperial Armor. Is it with a Y? We'll find out in a second. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know this card existed. Okay, we have a white 1 generic. It is common. Enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each card in your hand. That could be good. But I imagine you want to empty your hand. Isn't that like that's the point? But or maybe not. So this is pretty good early on in the game. You play your Bogle. I don't know. You play another Bogle next turn. You put Imperial Armor, not Ethereal Armor, Imperial Armor on 1 creature. And then it gets like +6/+6. Not bad. This one is uncommon, but one of these is common. I don't know which one it is. I guess the Mystery Booster was common. Yeah, it was common in Mystery Booster. It's a Weatherlight card. It's old. It got reprinted in uncommon, but we're gonna. It's tinfoil. Angel has a tinfoil hat. Gotta protect yourself from those government radio waves. Come to take your knowledge from your brain. Protect yourself with your tinfoil hat. I should sell tinfoil hats. Alright, anyway, neat card. Alex with Westfold Rider. We got a white 1 generic. Oh, it's a 3/1. Sack it, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Activate only the swords. This card is insane. I love this card. The orcs were greater in numbers than we counted on. Great orcs who also bore the white hand of Isengard. It probably... You know what? I don't think you even need to have this as sorcery speed. They probably could have made it instant, and this card would have been lovely. So it's just a 3/1. You can sack it at any moment to destroy an artifact or enchantment. I'd like this one. Tommy says, I'd wear a tinfoil hat made by Nikachu to F&M. Okay, I'll get on that. Imagine I do a Kickstarter for tinfoil hats. Now I would like $10,000 to make you a tinfoil hat. And I just send you a sheet of tinfoil with instructions how to make the cone. Whatever. Stranger Candy. Moment of silence. This is another fog effect. White instant. Target player skips his or her combat phase this turn. That's unique, actually. I don't think it's particularly amazing, but in the right moment against the right player on the right turn, they could be dead lost. If they like go all in pre-combat to go for a big attack. Like they play a creature that'll give them multiple attacks this turn. You play Moment of Silence, they don't get any combat, they don't get to attack, and they don't get any multiple combat steps. Neat card. I'll take a 10-gallon tinfoil hat. Oh my goodness. I didn't know there's so much money to be made in tinfoil hats. Okay, Slavin with the Order of Lightburt. Lightbur. Oh, we did that one already. Zvei. If the card was good in the past, count Savannah Lions. We did Savannah Lions already. Henrik. Patriarch's Humiliation. How humiliating. Is this a real card? This is an alchemy card. Okay, it's a white. Probably it's going to be powerful. It's a digital common. Instant. Target creature perpetually loses all abilities. Then Patriarch's Humiliation deals damage to it equal to the number of creatures you control. So possibly a removal spell. At the very least, remove all the abilities. At the very most, kill it. Next super chat, we are going with Trunic. Benless Sleeper. Not horrible, but decent. Maybe it's literally a sleeper. The white one, generic 3/1. Phyrexian Human Soldier. What is this? This looks like a very big hand. With a kicker of a black, when Benless Sleeper enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, each player sacrifices a creature. That's actually amazing. It's just, if it was kicked, oh no, each player sacrifices a creature. I thought it was a strictly better, there's some vampire, it's like double black, with a kicker of a black, you cast it and then each opponent sacks a creature. This one's each player sacks a creature, but this is a slightly bigger creature for 3/1. And maybe you don't mind sacrificing, I don't know, your Sacred Cat or something. Or a deck that plays rares. Even he didn't know what he was until he felt his skin shifting and splitting. His mind overtaken by a chaos of whispers. Oh my goodness. Let's go to Wesley Gee with Healing Salve. I'm being trolled. Healing Salve. Same cycle as Ancestral Recall. Okay, I'll give Healing Salve this. In Limited, this card is busted. It's like so hard to attack into a player or even block a player's creatures when you think they have Healing Salve. And if they do have Healing Salve, it is a massive combo blowout. Choose one. Target player gains 3 life, or you can prevent the next 3 damage that would be dealt to target creature or player this turn. So, like, your attacks suck, because they can just, like, gang block anything, and then just make sure to prevent 3 damage to make sure their stuff... It's like removal. It's like removal. And they can attack with whatever the hell they want. And then if I block, they can prevent the damage, and then I lose my guy, they don't lose theirs. Really tough to beat. Okay, John with the Pauper All-Stars. Prismatic Strands? Is this a land? Oh, no, it's a white card. Okay. So we got white 2 generic instant, prevent all damage that sources of the color of your choice would deal this turn. It's got flashback. Tap an untap white creature you control. Oh yeah, that thing. There was some wall deck that beats me with this. I hate it. Because all you have to do is like they get 2 fogs in 1 card. Too many fogs, in my opinion. Okay, Slav is trying to redeem himself. The Healer's Hawk. Okay, you've redeemed yourself. We got the 1/1 flying with lifelink. Just imagine all the 1/1 flyers out there for even 2 mana. This thing, it's like a strictly better Squadron Hawk. Just on stats alone. This card can fit so many keywords. It's got 2 keywords for 1 mana. It's broken. Fear the Healer's Hawk. Also not bad in the life gain decks to trigger your life gain. Okay, we're going to look at way more powerful commons in the white color pie. But we got to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. Oh, Doctor Who? Doctor what? All right, if you want to support the channel, you can get singles from FusionGamingOnline.com for your modern deck, Pioneer deck, maybe your standard deck, maybe your Commander deck, your CEDH deck, maybe your Dan deck. I saw Dan being played in person just the other day. I thought it was wild. And I also am like, there's a card that exiles all the Dan-Dans. Or sorry, there's a card that exiles a bunch of cards, and I was thinking, if you exile all the Dan-Dans... Okay, whatever. If you guys don't know what Dan is, then this whole explanation's not going to make sense. But this is where you can get cards and support the channel at the same time. 2-in-1! And also, you can get a 2-in-1 by getting cards, and also getting 5% off, and use coupon code Nikachu at checkout. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. Now, not only you rent cards online... to play any format you want, they also have a monthly free roll event that's actually available to anybody for a specific format. But if you are a Mana Traders member, you get 10 times the prizes in that free roll event. And you can support the channel renting using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_N9M. Get on those deals, people. While supplies last, which will last for forever. When they say supplies last, that's a marketing gimmick. Nighthawk Live says, just made it in time for the beautiful ad time. Who did we not get yet today? Do we get Whale of Darkness? Sunscape Familiar. Isn't that the wall? The one... Okay. Oh, yeah. White 1 generic 0-3. Green spells and blue spells cost 1 less to play. I think that's great for the blue spells. There's a lot of blue spells that cost like a blue 1 generic. Now all of a sudden they cost 1. It's like Goblin Electromancer. Or Baral. For blue decks. And it's in common. And it's a wall. It could block. And it will be there. It'll block Savannah Lions. It will do it. Doesn't have reach, though. Next super chat, we've got King Ginger with the Lost Leonin. But we found him. Okay, we got a white 1 generic 2-1 with... Oh my goodness. Infect. This creature deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters. Since when did white have Infect? Oh, you learn something new every day. Hello, Bradley. Hope you're having a great day. Ree with Blacksmith Skill. Did we do this one? Hold on. No, we didn't. Okay, we got a white instant. Target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. That's a good combination. You see, you can use the Blacksmith Mill and then play Supreme Verdict, and your creature will live. If it's an artifact creature, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Great stuff. Make them artifacts bigger. Great combat trick. Next super chat, we've got Boulder with Pacifism. In some world, yeah, this is a strong card. Pacifism. Honestly, I was once in like a Magic League where we open like a booster or two every week and add cards to your deck. I had Pacifism, and every week I was up against this person's stupid ally deck. I had so many pacifisms in my deck, and they were stone useless. Because this ally deck, it was all ETBs, so I'm like, pacifism this, pacifism that. But as they play more allies, they just got more value, and I lost. But yeah, anyway, enchanted creature can't attack or block. It's like a removal spell. But sucks versus ETB creatures, or anything with some static ability, because they get to keep it. And when I was a new player, I thought pacifism was broken. I think we've all been down there. Did anyone look at pacifism and say, wow, they can't attack or block? That's insane. But then we look at like some sort of hard removal and it's like, that doesn't look too good. Even though it actually wipes the creature literally off the face of the battlefield. I guess for white, like, it's slim pickings. You know, if you don't play black, you don't play red, you're like, hey, this looks pretty insane. Holy Light. I think did we look at Holy Light? Maybe not. Okay, white 2 generic. Non-white creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn. That's actually pretty unique. That will hit a lot of token decks, a lot of creatures at 1 toughness. I like this one. The Book of Tal. Bathed in hollow light, the infidels looked upon the impurities of their souls and despaired. Echo Drummer says, asking you shall receive. Thanks for the video, Nikachu. Journey. Oh, yeah. I forget. This guy. Oh, God. What is this? Journey Nowhere. What the hell is that background? Was that as bad as I thought it was? Anyway, okay, I'm gonna move on here. Okay, Alex, Lumbering Light Shield. Okay, Lumbering Light Shield for a white 1 generic, 1/4 illusion. When Lumbering Light Shield, when Lumbering Light Shield enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals a non-land card at random from their hand. It perpetually gains. This spell costs 1 more to cast. It's a 1/4 creature. This is some sort of, what's it called? This is another, oh no, this is a Jumpstart card. It's Jumpstart. So when Lumbering Light Shield enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals a non-land card at random from their hand to perpetually. No, it has to be online. Otherwise, this card don't exist or make any sense. And it perpetually costs 1 more to cast. All right, listen, not bad. Ew, Perpetual. I know. Arena. Screwing up everybody's actual cards. Okay, it's from... What was your card then? The Whirl... Journey to Nowhere. Oh, yes! Journey to Nowhere. A white 1 generic enchantment. When Journey to Nowhere enters the battlefield, exile target creature. When Journey to Nowhere leaves the battlefield, return the exiled creature. See, this is better pacifism. Except, like, you know, if they lose the Journey to Nowhere, it's the same thing, actually, with pacifism. Journey to Nowhere. If they get rid of the pacifism, they can attack with the creature again. However, the Journey to Nowhere, if they get rid of the Journey to Nowhere, they get the creature again. Because when it leaves the battlefield, return the creature card back to the battlefield under its owner's control. The difference is, if you hit those damn allies with the Journey to Nowhere, they don't get their ETB triggers anymore. Screw the allies. Hate them ally decks. Okay, let's move on with the super chats because we do have a lot of them. The Blessed Hippogriff. It's a white 3 generic 2/3 flyer. When Blessed Hippogriff attacks, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until end of turn. And it's got the Tire's Blessing, a white instant. Target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Is it a new card? I'm trying to think. This is Commander Legends Battle for Boulder's Gate. Okay, so not too. I was like, where did these extra adventure cards come from? I don't remember this. Since when did they have another Eldraine set? Okay, the Indestructible is insane, first off. And also a white 3 generic for a 2/3 flyer attached to that, I think is great as well. Hoxton, Indoctrination Attendant. Okay, Indoctrination Attendant, white 3 generic, 3/4. It is a common. Toxic 1, a danger. Indoctrination Attendant enters the battlefield. You may return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. Oh, but you control. Okay, so you bounce your own stuff. If you do, create a 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature token with Toxic 1, and this creature can't block. Not bad. Hold on. King Ginger says, second Jacob Mayer's suggestion. What is Jacob talking about? The Children of Koilos. Sorry, Corliss. What is this? A white 1/1. Sack it. You gain life equal to the life lost. Oh, yeah. Life lost you this turn. So, but you got to make sure you don't die, right? Because if you're dead, then you're dead. And you can't activate anything at this point. Oh, no. Garrett got sniped. Oh, I'm so sorry, Garrett. This was your suggestion. I didn't get far enough down the super chats. Garrett, give me another suggestion. I'll look out for you, Garrett. Okay, let's, I am going to move on with the super chats, though, with Yo Little Ted. With Blessed Hippogriff. Did we look at this one? Blessed Hippo. Oh, no, okay, I just looked at that one. Sorry, King Ginger's next with Hollow. The best damage prevention spell, in my opinion. Okay, white instant. Prevent all damage. The target spell would deal this turn. You gain life equal to the damage prevented this way. All right, you blast me for 10 damage. I gain 10 life instead. Too bad there. So sorry. It's fine. Garrett says, no, it's not fine. I will donate your super chat. But I will give you a priority if I see you. Okay, we'll give your super chat then to the chosen one. Law Rune Enforcer. Alright, white 1/2, a human soldier, pay 1 tap, target creature with converted mana cost 2 or greater. But you can't tap anything. But you only tap the big stuff. It's funny, you call it, so you, like, I guess little hobbits get underneath you. That's the flavor around here. Don't spam, Avatar! Don't do it. I'll block you for the day. Standard, what is it? Standard Bearer? Bearer. You gotta do it to Christopher B. Christopher B's got the idea. I'll reward Christopher B by going with his Rootborn defenses next. Okay, Standard Bearer. White 1 generic 1/1. If an opponent plays a spell or ability that could target a flag bearer in play, that player chooses at least 1 flag bearer as a target. If an opponent plays a spell or ability that could target a flag bearer, Okay, so this is a flag bearer. They're like basically sacrificing themselves. Hit me! Hit me! That is weird. What kind of flavor is that? Alright, your job, go out and be a big, like a peacock. Just take up a lot of attention. Just be a huge target. That does not sound like a very fun job. Okay, rebound defenses. We got a white 2 generic instant with populate. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. So you get it. So populate, you get an extra creature token. You create a token that's a copy of a creature token you control. Gotta be a creature token. And creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. That's good stuff. Abe. What do you got for us, Abe? The Dawn Charm is sweet. Dawn Charm, white 1 generic. Oh, it's quite the charm. Quite charming, isn't it? Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. Regenerate target creature or counter target spell that targets you. You can only choose one, though. So no doubling it here. But very versatile spell. So you got a fog, you got to regenerate, and you have a counter spell. I like it. Does it affect Storm, or you can only hit 1 copy? I guess you can only hit 1 copy of Storm that targets you. Only 1 grape shot. It's too bad. So you can't counter everything. Martin, Benelish Hero. White 1/1 with banding. Back then, I'm sure this card would have was insanely broken. Banding's hard to deal with, all right? You just have to trust me on that one. It's really good on attack. Can't remember how good it is on block. Maybe it doesn't do well on blocking duty, but whatever. Okay, Bitcoin analysis with Imperial Armor. It's with an E. Imperial. Can I spell any of this? Imperial Armor, how about this one? Oh yeah, we did this one already. I'm sure you're all in on that one. Damnation, that is... that card is black, and also, it's rare. Has nothing to do with this show. Okay, do we have... Okay, we get to our next super chat. We've got the Ballot Broker. Vote deeply. Ballot Broker? Democracy, people. Democracy. We have white 2 generic 2/3 human advisor. While voting, you may vote an additional time. There we go. Someone's cheating! It sounds like deeply. We have done pacifism. See, it's hard to look at cards. A Boreal Grazer is a green card. It's gotta be white cards, people. White cards. Yeah, don't be diblecking around here. Okay, Erland with solid footing. We have like a whole 15 more minutes of this show to go. We've completely exhausted every playable white card at the common level. Solid footing for a white aura. It's got flash, so it's a combat trick. It's got enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +1/+1. Man, it's getting sad beans at this point. Joshua, what do you got for us, Joshua? Temporal Isolation. For a white 1 generic, another flash or enchantment. They're just, to make auras playable, they're giving them flash. Enchanted creature has shadow. That's not too bad. Do I have a nice sound effect for something like this? Gotta you quietly attack through to your opponent with the shadow. Nobody sees the shadow coming. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by enchanted creature. What? Oh, so it's like a pacifism. So it's just pacifism. You can't deal damage. It basically can't attack. Prevent all damage. Oh, this is garbage. I thought it was making our creature basically unblockable. I liked it at the time. Okay, Garrett. You had a super chat. This is your super chat redeemed. The Battle Screech. Battle. Okay, white 2 generic sorcery. Create 2/1/1 white bird creature tokens with flying. With full. Oh wait, this card is insane. And it's flashback. Tap 3 untap white creatures you control. So they help each other flash each other back. Just make sure you have a bunch of white creatures in play, tap them all, get 3 more. Unfortunately, it's sorcery speed, but it doesn't matter because you're going to get 2 more 1/1s anyway. Tap 3, get 2. That's a good deal. Game over time with this core Skyfisher. Now, you need to have this in the right deck. But this card could be very good. So white 1 generic 2/3 with flying. So it's actually pretty strong just for a 2-mana card. Enters the battlefield, return a permanent you control to its owner's hand. You want to return stuff that has an ETB. So ETB, get value. Play Skyfisher. Bring that card back to your hand, replay it, get more value. That's the whole idea. Can backfire, though. I mean, if this is your only card... I mean, you can return a permanent. So you can bounce a land back to your hand, which is doesn't feel great at the end, like early on in the game. Late in the game, it's totally fine. Swords to Plowshare has been nominated. That card is uncommon. You would think it would be common. Hold on. Okay, I have to get more super chats. We did Temporal Isolation, right? Yeah, we did. Okay, King Ginger with your Armor Sliver. The Armor Sliver? What is it, born with armor? White 2 generic 2/2. All slivers have pay 2. This creature gets +0/+1 until end of turn. This card sucks. This literally is terrible. Why can't it... Most slivers... Okay, hold on. There are so many slivers for 2 mana. They just give everything a buff. +1/+1. I have to pay mana into this thing to only get half of the buff? Get out of here. Absolutely stupid. Termis. Parish Blade Trainee. Okay, white 1 generic for a 1/2 human soldier. With training, whenever this creature attacks with another creature with greater power, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. When Parish Blade Trainee dies, put its counters on target creature you control. When it dies... When this creature attacks, we put a counter on it. That's okay. That's not bad. When it dies, you get. It's almost like a Hardened Scales deck. It's like what's that artifact thing? There is an artifact module. Is it modular? When the modular creature dies, you put all the counters on something else, and finally you have modular for white creatures. Hey, not bad. Michael, Army of Allah. This is white 1 is it? It is pauper legal. It's a white 1 generic. All attacking creatures get +2/+0 until end of turn. On the day of victory, no one is tired. Of course. Just imagine how much energy you have when you're winning, opposed to losing. Okay, Robert. What do you got for us, Robert? Generous gift. Generous. Oh my! This is an insane card. The Beast Within for white, a white 2 generic instant, destroy target permanent, and you get an elephant in replacement. Its controller creates a 3/3 green elephant creature token. How is the elephant as big as a beast? And isn't like a... I wouldn't say an elephant is a beast. It's a bit weird thing to say though. Battlefield Raptor by Slavin. White 1/2 flying first strike. You know, like, these birds, they're getting better over time. Before, they're just like a 1/1 for 1 flying. Or sorry, there used to be like 2 mana for a 1/1 flyer. Then they're like a 1 mana 1/1 flying. Then they give it flying and lifelink. Now they up the toughness and first strike. What is it gives even the toughness to this bird? It's a bird. Its defense are feathers, for crying out loud. Okay, Sapphire wants to redeem themselves with Pride Guardian. Alright, very proud. The 1 mana 0/3 Cat Monk with Defender. Whenever it blocks, you gain 3 life. Reminds me a little bit of the Nyx Fleece Ram to a degree. We did Mana Tithe already. Oh, we didn't do the Porcelain Legionnaire from Abzo. Porcelain. Like my teeth. Very porcelain. Okay, it's a Phyrexian 2 generic for a 3-1 with first strike. This card is always in cube. The cube, it's a cube staple. Yeah, 3-1 first strike. But it's basically like a 2-mana 3-1 first striker. That's an artifact that you can sacrifice to Tinker to go get your Blightsteel Colossus. So you have to work really hard to make this card good. Why does Battlefield Raptor look like American? Battlefield Raptor. Well, it's like the eagle. It's an eagle flying away from some bombing of some sort. PM. Oh, Step Links. This card saw massive competitive play at one time. It was a white 0/1 cat with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Step Links gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So this had massive utility with the fetch lands. You play a fetch land, it gets +2/+2. You crack the fetch land, get a land, it now has now it's a 4. It's like now it's a 4/5. You could also hold back the fetch lands. Like if you don't want to attack a turn, you play your fetch land, you hold it up. Next turn you play another fetch land, gets +2/+2. Crack both fetch lands. We now have a 6/7 on our hands. So it's a pretty strong card. Yeah, we almost went through the whole... See, there's still some golden nuggets within the card pool here. Steve Cooper is back with Brago's Representative. Vote deeply again. Is it another voting card? You have a voting deck of some sort? White 2 generic 1/4. While voting, you get an additional vote. Why are you getting like all the votes here? This election's getting cooked. Flo Nino, hey from fans, what about Mana Tithe? Mana Tithe, we've done it! Which is why we are going to gift your super chat to somebody else, like Rookie Blue, the Stornhorn Dignitary. I've lost to this card a few more times than I'd like to admit in Modern. There was a, what's it called? What's it called? It was a blinking deck. So it's a white 3 generic 1/4 Rhino Soldier. Enters the battlefield, target opponent skips his or her next combat phase. And they were able to blink this card every single turn. And I never get to attack. And I play like a creature deck. So I have no other way to win the game except to attack my opponent. This stupid thing they keep blinking it every single turn. And every turn I can never attack. So I lose. Eventually. If I can't break the chain, I'm dead. I guess my only other option is to kill this thing somehow before they blink it. Hate the Rhino so much. Stupid Rhino. Nighthawk Live, leave no trace. White, 1 generic with Radiance. Oh no, we did this one. Hunted Witness from Brett. It's the 1 mana 1/1 human. When it dies, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink. So, reminds me of... There's another 1 mana 1/1. When it dies, you get like a 1/1 spirit or something. So, like, basically, you get some, hold on, why is it when this thing dies, we get a soldier? Like, a soldier just spawns out of nowhere? Doom Traveler. Yeah, it's Doom. That's what I was thinking of. Doomed Traveler. See, now this makes sense to me. Oops, Doom something. Yeah, there we go. Doom Traveler. White 1/1 dies. Well, now he's a spirit that can still attack apparently. Get up, soldier. Even when you're dead. Get your crap together. Hey from France. Okay, we did Mana Tithe. Mario. How about you, Mario? Did they mention Squadron Hawk? I started the show with Squadron Hawk. So we will donate your super chat to... We'll give it to David. The Festival. Jank combos with Siren's Call. I can't remember. What was... I don't even remember what Siren's Call is. So white, for an instant, opponent may not declare an attack this turn. Play during an opponent's upkeep phase. Opponent may not declare an attack, and then hold on, you said it's good with Siren's Call. All of target opponent's creatures that can attack must do so at end of turn. Destroy all not... Oh, I see. So if they don't attack, everything gets blown up. Play... Destroy all non-wall creatures that do not attack. Oh my goodness. All right. That's a combo. Basic planes. That is actually not a white card. It's a colorless. Remember, lands are colorless, people. Can't name protection from white or red, green, or black. And then if those creatures attack... sorry. Actually, usually when you animate a creature, it is some sort of color. Okay, so for like Mishra's factory, Mutavault, they don't have color. Reinforcements. Bring on the reinforcements. How many reinforcements do we have? Okay, white. For an instant, put up to 3 target creature cards from your graveyard on top of your library. It could be good, especially if you can draw them immediately that turn. Dem. Hello, everyone. Hello. Alex. Oh, the Cartouche cycle. Cartouche of Solidarity. It's a white aura. Enchant creature you control. And when it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white warrior creature token with vigilance. You get value out of it no matter what. An enchant creature gets +1/+1 in first strike. Carrick with Hopeful Vigil. Hopeful Vigil. Okay, white, 1 generic enchantment. Enter the battlefield, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. So it's all plus side from here. There's so many like 2/2 creatures with vigilance for 2 mana. So when Hopeful Vigil, I don't know how to pronounce this, is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, we get to scry 2, and we can also sack it for 3 mana. It's not bad. Oh, raise the alarm! Of course, this is actually a huge blow card. It's a white 1 generic instant. Create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Because no one expects that when you play white, or even a token deck, or maybe they will see it if you're playing a token deck, that you're going to put 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield. This plus a Manthem effect, very strong. Okay, Mark Zilla with Nahiri's Binding. White, 1 generic aura. Enchant creature or planeswalker. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Its activated abilities can't be activated. Permanent can't attack. So it's like slightly better pacifism. That's what you're telling me here. Slightly better. The activated abilities get turned off as well. Did we do Rootborn Defenses? I don't know. Three mana, populate, creatures control, get indestructible. Yeah, we did that one. We've done it. Slavin says revitalize. Alright, we're gonna end it on 2 mana, basically cycle, because you draw a card and you gain 3 life. Unbelievable. I think we went through basically every remotely playable white card at common. And I include Revitalize. Oh, we might end it on King Ginger. King Ginger wants 1 more for the road. Cameo the False Hope plus Gift of Immortality. Okay, Cameo the False Hope was the... Cameo of False Hope. It's the... Was that the Fog creature? Oh yeah, we didn't do Cameo of False Hope. And then what? Gift of Immortality. White 2 generic enchant creature. When enchant creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Return Gift of Immortality to the battlefield attached to that creature at the beginning of the next end step. You basically fog infinite times. With your Cameo of False Hope, you will have no hope. Whoops. No more hope for you around here. Okay, that's it for people. That's it for today. I hope you love the show. Most powerful cards in white for Magic at common. We do this show from Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you so much for your support. Either a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or what's it called? Or you super chat to the channel. That's why all you super chatters, you help this show so much. That's why I do it every single day. And we also have to thank everybody for being here in the morning to be part of the show. People like Mr. Deadhead, Jess, Toads, Avatar, Echo, Markzilla, Bradley, Silver Gun Games, Slavin, David, Henrik, Game Over Time, Tommy Siddons, Abzo. Because without all you guys, I would have no show at all. You guys are the show, so give yourselves a pat on the back. And keep brewing up them coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.